What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NCAA basketball show. Check out the entire show. Hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. We move on to 6 p.m. Eastern action, Max. This one is a fun breakdown. Air Force Falcons, 4-11, 2-9 in the Mountain West at San Jose State Spartans, 4-11, also 2-9 in the Mountain West. Let's pull up the odds, and we cashed the under in this game. It was an extremely interesting and funny one to watch. And I'm very curious to see if you think a change would be in store. Air Force was 4.5-point favorites. They're now 3-point favorites in this one. This total opened up at 141. It's actually gone to 141.5, so it's opened up lower. Let's talk about what we saw. We're at the Provident Credit Union Event Center in San Jose, California. So they meet on Thursday night. San Jose Spartans are without their best player, and Washington is averaging over 20 points a game, and they hand Air Force their fourth straight loss, 59-58. San Jose won despite ridiculously long stretches of futility. Between the final 2 minutes and 21 seconds of the first half and the first 9 minutes and 37 seconds of the second half, San Jose State scored 2 points. 2 points in 12 minutes, 11 minutes and 58 seconds, and yet they won this game. How does a team go through a stretch of 12 minutes scoring just 2 points? But here's a more important question. How does a team go through a stretch of 12 minutes scoring 2 points and still shoot 50% from the field? How slow does your pace have to be? Ralph Agee scored 15 points, hit the game-winning bucket. So, we saw a game-winning bucket by McBride in the West Virginia game. That's a game-winning bucket. This game-winning bucket came with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. There was no point scored in the last 2 minutes and 17 seconds of this game. What a strange game. Trey Smith also had 15. Omari Moore added 12 points and 7 boards. Caleb Simmons had a career-high 11 boards. Richard Washington still questionable with a head injury for the Falcons. A.J. Walker had 21 points. Amika Kaya added 14. Chris Joyce had 10. But Air Force averages 59 points per game. So this was just a regular game for them, Max. I can't wait to hear you break this down. When I saw it on your card, I was very curious to see how you would handle it. Air Force Falcons, San Jose State Spartans.
Yeah, Jim, I think that when you're watching that game, you were in the wrong mindset. Every time there's a possession that results in no points, that's a reason to freaking have a freaking bonk hit, That's the type of freaking freedom and expression you should have when you're betting unders and you're seeing this ugly, puke-worthy type quality of play. It was fantastic. I was laughing my ass off. I wasn't laughing my ass off the fact that Air Force was losing the game, but in that situation, it was still funny. I think that with Air Force, listen, they got to just do a better job of avoiding scoring droughts. They had a couple of their own that were 3 to 4 minutes. I think that with San Jose State, I just don't see the advantage leaving them. I think that this team definitely matches up well with Air Force. I think that with Air Force trying to run the Princeton offense, I don't think this team runs it very well. The back cutting isn't very fluid. I think that you put a lot of pressure on A.J. Walker and Chris Joyce to lead you offensively, and if they have a bad offensive game, this game is going to be even uglier, in my opinion. I think that this is a number still that's too high for an Air Force game. And if they're not getting routed by 20-plus points, I don't see how they get to freaking 140 in this spot. So I'm on the under, Jim. And with this San Jose State team, I think that they may be a little better as a team, playing more team balanced basketball without Washington. I think that with San Jose State, they got to continue to limit free throw attempts, and that's the same for Air Force. Both these teams are going to miss a lot of threes, whether they're open or contested, and you can regularly expect in this game versus each other that they're barely going to push 100 field goal attempts in the game. So I just think that both teams want to shorten the game, limit the possessions, and make good second-half defensive adjustments. So There is a little bit of worry for me because we have seen in San Jose State's second game of these back-to-backs or these home and homes, whatever, that they've elevated the scoring and the games have gone over. But I have to look at the quality of opponent. I have to look at the per possession stats for Air Force, and none of them are telling me that this game hits 140. So I'll take the under again, and I'll just leave the side off.
I get it. And when we capped this game 2 nights ago, I closed my mind with how do we not hammer the under? And my only fear was that they put up the 144. I was like, and then you explained in past times when these teams have played each other that the scoring has been much higher. But look at this team now. Max, we have one book that's giving you the hook 141.5, but it is at minus 114. So do you want the 141.5 at FanDuel at minus 114, or would you like the 141 at minus 110?
No, the 141 at minus 110.
Well, let's lock that in. Under 141 at minus 110.
And Jim, just to give you a quick update,
Sure.
my Cal State Bakersfield total absolutely destroyed me. It's now up to a live total 153.5. So stuck my chest out, pumped my fist, and look what happened. All while I'm doing a show, controlling my anger, and not smashing juice glasses and scaring my dog who's outside the door.
Air Force, San Jose State under 141 at minus 110.